TOMI is based on an intuitive technological platform. It has an attractive design and is user-friendly, and it's in permanent development and evolution. It's the result of 5 years of research and development. And the platform was built on the same paradigms that smartphones and tablets use. TOMI interacts with the resident and visiting population of any city, bringing together and making available useful and up-to-date information, and making it accessible to everybody who wants it 24 hours a day, wherever they are and whenever they need it. Let's have a look at the main screen. There is a fixed bar at the top with essential information for the day-to-day for users, such as the location of the device, the time, and the weather forecast for the following day. There's a video screen in 16:9 and 4:3 format. There is a pan and scroll navigation area with the most up-to-date news. Information passes through here every 5 seconds, and the user can scroll up and down to see more information. In the central part of the TOMI is the main screen, and this has a main bar where the interaction takes place. On this bar, there are 4 buttons where people can consult information. After years of investigation, we've come to the conclusion that they are all that is necessary, and they are sufficient for anyone to be able to get to know and live in a city. The 4 buttons are local news, events, search, and transport. On the left-hand side, there's a button where you can select the language, where the user can decide what language they want to work in. And there's an SOS button. On the right-hand side, there's the button which takes you to the fun zone, TOMI's photo. When we interact with TOMI, the interaction bar goes down to the bottom, but it is always available, so that the user never gets lost. At the same time, the video area moves to the top, and it is placed in the top left-hand corner to maximize the area which is available for interaction and the main function of giving information. The video with audio continues to play without interruption, which increases the efficiency of the face-to-face contact with the user and maintains the initial rhythm of the publicity spots. Let us now see and consult the information and the available services. The news. In the categories menu, it's possible to choose and to search for different themes. For example, you can look for sport, society, culture, among other things. Below, the news is shown in the order in which it is published, and navigation is done simply by panning and scrolling. As you choose a news item, you can consult more details about it, for example, the date and the time of the publication, the title, the image, and the text of the particular news piece. This news piece can also be sent by email or shared on social networks. Agenda. The agenda shows a list of events happening on that day, that week, or that month. In the pan and scroll navigation zone, these events are listed by proximity to you, and also you can filter your search by topics. For example, by exhibitions, music, theatre, or any other topic. As you choose a time period, it's also possible to send the filtered agenda by day, by week, or by month by email to any destination you choose. By choosing an event, we can see the details about it. On the right-hand side, we can see information about the date, the time, and the place, and a description of the event. On the left-hand side, you can make a reservation, work out how to get to the place, and send the information by email. And it's possible to take a QR code reading to transfer the information such as GPS location, contacts, sharing, and calendar, so that you can use or record all the information on your mobile phone. These features can be transferred offline without needing to use the internet. The search function. Here there is a directory which gathers together everything that the city has to offer, from points of interest, shopping, services, useful information, public information, and other things. On the left-hand side, the map shows the area of your current location and gives immediate suggestions for places of interest and available events within the proximity of 5, 10, or 15 minutes on foot. On the right-hand side, you can do a direct search or a more general search, which is divided by categories. By clicking on a category, a list of options appears on the left-hand side. If you select one of the places of interest, you will see a slideshow with pictures, a description, and other useful information, such as opening times and any particular details. On the left-hand side, you'll see a map with your current location and the route to get to the place you've selected. It's also possible to get detailed directions for this route. You can also share the information by email or by QR codes. You can make a reservation by email and transfer the contacts and the geo-reference to your smartphone. Finally, we have the Transport button, or Mobility button. On the Transport button, your search can be done in 3 different ways. You can do a direct search for the place you're looking for, or you can select one of the most popular destinations in the city from the list that appears in the frequent destinations. If you choose a destination, you'll be given directions to get to the place from your current location. The route given is always the quickest way to get there, and there are always 3 different options given to you. You are shown total and partial journey time and any respective costs. Another option is on the left-hand side, using the touchpoint function, where the map shows your current location. So then, the 4 functions we've looked at are the local news, which tells us what's happening in the city, events, which shows cultural and recreational events, the directory, which shows points of interest, services and restaurants which the city has available, and transport, which shows you how to get to where you want to go using public transport. TOMI still has 2 more functions, which are useful for the city, for people who visit it, and for those who live there. The SOS function. This is a very useful tool and a public service which, through the TOMI, allows you to interact immediately with the emergency services number of the country you're in. You can make a phone call and explain exactly what the situation is. And the photo function. This is an instrument of city marketing, which means people can capture moments forever and take selfies from your city and send them all over the world. A selfie can be personalized with a thematic photo frame. And as soon as you press on the Take Photo button, a 5-second countdown begins, which allows the user to get perfectly ready. You can send the photo by email, by QR code, download it and share it on the social networks.